Back in 2014, when Jessa Duggar tied the knot with Ben Seewald, it appeared to be a combination that was made in heaven. Ben and Jessa held ideas that were comparable to one another, and more crucially, they had the approval of her mother's authoritarian father. In the Duggar household, Jim Bob Duggar is the one who sets all of the rules, and his daughters are not permitted to date anyone without first receiving his consent. In point of fact, prospective suitors are required to fill out a questionnaire that is 45 pages long before they are allowed to date a Duggar daughter. Ben was the only other person to successfully complete all of Jim Bob's tests. Now that we are aware that he has Jim Bob's blessing, we are curious about the feelings that Jessica's wife has towards Ben 10 years after they tied the knot. Do Ben and Jessa still have their marriage? You are correct, however. If you ask people who are keeping a close eye on the couple, they won't be for much longer than they already are. It is believed by some onlookers that she was not initially thrilled with him, and her attitude has become even more negative over the course of the past few years. In my opinion, Jessa and Ben are not content with their relationship. Simply said, I have this hunch deep inside. According to the tabloid The Sun in the United Kingdom, one user expressed their opinion on the r/DuggarSnark forum saying, I believe they are miserable. I remember Jessa posting something online. I'm not sure if she deleted it or not. Her house was a complete disaster. And how her children are constantly making a mess of things. I don't know what it was, but it just gave me the impression that she is not actually pleased, this individual concluded. What can you guys tell me about it? Have you come to the conclusion that she and Ben are not content with their marriage? One more poster positioned in front of the group. Simply put, not at all. In her community, I believe Jessa was the prize that was awarded. In response, one user on Reddit stated, I believe she anticipated that she would also marry a prize. In other words, he is an additional child that she is responsible for caring for. I do believe that she enjoys having the ability to exert control over him. Ben is not going to take responsibility, and she will continue to abuse him in the same manner. Do Jessa and Ben now represent the parenting trap? The fact of the matter is that Jessa and Ben are still together, and even more impressively, they have recently added a new member to their family. On December 19, 2023, the couple became parents to a son named George Augustine Seewald. The couple has previously welcomed children Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, and Fern into the world, and this is their 5th child together. Is it possible that they are putting up with their dissatisfaction in order to protect the children? If they boarded the ship, it would undoubtedly cause a significant amount of disruption to their life. On the other hand, several users have expressed the opinion that things would have been extremely different if these two had been in a relationship that was more typical before they started dating. In the event that Jessa had been granted permission to date him, engage in sexual activity with him, and then come to the conclusion that, yeah, he's kind of hot. But what a complete and utter idiot. One of the people who commented on the topic stated that it is quite unlikely that she would have married him and found someone who was genuinely compatible with her. Despite this, there was at least one person who discovered a positive aspect to the discord. I don't see much love in their relationship, but Jessa is safe and has complete independence, which is a lot more than the majority of wives in these communities get. Is Jessa Duggar still a member of the IBLP? On the other hand, if by community they mean the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, which is a non-denominational Christian conservative organization, then they need to get up to speed with the times. During a question and answer session on her Instagram story in September 2023, Jessa disclosed that she, Ben, and their children do not belong to IBLP. In addition, Ben is currently serving as a pastor at Emmanuel Baptist Church, which is located in the county of Arkansas. In spite of the fact that she is no longer a member of the community, Jessa is one of the children who continues to have a strong relationship with her parents. She went so far as to compose a touching letter to her mother, Michelle Duggar, on Mother's Day 2024 in order to express her gratitude for how blessed she may be. We are willing to bet that Jessa will appear on their reality program if the rumors are accurate and if they decide to produce another season of their show at some point in the future. But what about Ben? To be honest, only time will tell. Jessa Duggar and Ben Seewald's relationship has long been under the public microscope. As part of the famously conservative Duggar family, their lives have always been scrutinized by fans and critics alike. Married in 2014 and with several children under their belts, they have appeared to be a picture-perfect couple. However, as with any relationship, especially one in the public eye, things may not always be as they seem. In recent years, whispers of trouble in paradise have emerged, and rumors of a rocky marriage have left many wondering, is Jessa Duggar done with Ben Seewald? Marriage, especially in the world of reality television, can be a complicated matter. As we peel back the layers of their relationship, we must examine not only the external pressures that come with fame, but also the internal struggles that any couple may face, even one as seemingly perfect as Jessa and Ben. Through media reports, social media posts, and subtle clues from the couple themselves, we'll explore the possibility that their marriage may be in distress. Could Jessa and Ben's marriage truly be in trouble, or is it simply a case of tabloid sensationalism? The beginning of Jessa and Ben's relationship. Jessa Duggar's courtship and marriage to Ben Seewald have always been closely monitored by the public. The Duggars are known for their strict courtship rules, which include no physical affection or unsupervised time spent alone with a romantic partner. Jessa and Ben's relationship was no different. They first met when Ben was introduced to Jessa's family, and they quickly became the subject of public interest. Their courtship followed the traditional Duggar method, with their relationship built on the foundation of faith, family, and values. Despite the rigid structure of their courtship, Jessa and Ben seemed to share a genuine connection. They married in a beautiful ceremony in 2014, a marriage that was televised for fans of the Duggar family. Jessa, a prominent figure on the TLC show 19 Kids and Counting, had previously been a key part of the family dynamic, known for her outspoken nature and sharp wit. Ben, on the other hand, was seen as quieter, more reserved, and intensely devoted to his faith. From the outset, their relationship appeared to be solid. They made frequent public appearances together, and Jessa embraced the role of wife and soon-to-be mother with enthusiasm. When their first son, Spurgeon, was born in 2015, the couple's family seemed to grow closer. Jessa's Instagram feed was filled with pictures of Ben as a doting father, and their fans praised them for their commitment to traditional family values. Despite their apparent happiness, it's important to remember that what is displayed on social media or in the public eye doesn't always tell the full story. As the years passed, subtle signs began to emerge that hinted at underlying tensions in their relationship. The pressures of raising children, maintaining a public persona, and dealing with personal and family controversies began to weigh heavily on the couple. The Duggar family's influence on Jessa and Ben's marriage. One of the most defining aspects of the Duggar family is their deeply ingrained religious beliefs and the traditional values they espouse. The family's staunch adherence to these values has often shaped the way they approach relationships, particularly marriage. For Jessa and Ben, this meant a marriage based on commitment to their faith and a public image of unity and devotion. However, these ideals also carry heavy expectations. The Duggar family is famous for its emphasis on female submission in marriage, where the wife is expected to respect and follow the leadership of her husband. While Jessa and Ben have never explicitly discussed this dynamic in great detail, it's clear that the pressures of living up to these expectations could have a significant impact on their marriage. The Duggar family's famous stance on modesty and public decorum adds another layer of complexity to the relationship. Jessa's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, have often been viewed as the epitome of a strong marriage, and many fans have looked to them as role models. However, the immense pressure placed on Jessa and Ben to maintain this idealized version of marriage could be taking its toll. The expectation to present an unblemished public image can be incredibly stressful, especially when dealing with personal struggles behind closed doors. There have been moments over the years when the couple's behavior seemed to indicate that not everything was perfect. Instances of tension during public interviews, Ben's more frequent social media absences, and Jessa's occasional cryptic posts have raised eyebrows among those who follow the couple closely. It's possible that the strict expectations placed on them by their faith and public image could be leading to cracks in the facade of their relationship. Rumors of trouble in paradise. Over time, fans began to notice subtle shifts in the way Jessa and Ben presented themselves to the public. The couple was once seen as inseparable, constantly sharing moments of joy and affection. However, as the years went on, their interactions seemed to change. Public appearances became more sporadic, and their once cohesive family image began to show signs of strain. One of the most significant sources of speculation came from Jessa's social media posts. While she still shared photos of her family, there were moments when her captions seemed to tell a different story. Posts that once celebrated family milestones and moments of joy began to include more introspective messages. Phrases like learning to grow or finding peace in the chaos suggested that Jessa might be going through personal struggles. Some fans interpreted these posts as a sign that things between her and Ben weren't as perfect as they once appeared. Moreover, Ben's absence from many of Jessa's posts raised questions about their relationship. While Jessa frequently shared pictures of their children, her husband was often absent from these posts. This led to speculation about whether the couple was facing difficulties in their marriage. Public appearances by Ben also seemed to diminish, and when he did appear, his demeanor appeared more reserved and distant. There have been several instances where Jessa seemed to indicate, through subtle clues, that her marriage might not be as fulfilling as it once was. Her emotional posts and occasional mentions of navigating challenges seemed to reflect a sense of disconnection. While these posts are often open to interpretation, they have sparked conversation about the true state of their marriage. The role of parenthood and personal growth. Parenthood can be both a blessing and a challenge, and for Jessa and Ben, having multiple children in a short period of time undoubtedly put a strain on their relationship. The responsibilities of caring for young children, managing household duties, and maintaining a public persona can leave little room for personal connection or self-care. Jessa, who became a mother at a young age, has always been open about the joys and difficulties of raising children. However, as her family grew, so did the demands on her time and energy. Juggling the needs of several children while maintaining her marriage would be a difficult task for anyone, and it's possible that the weight of motherhood has contributed to the strain in her relationship with Ben. Additionally, both Jessa and Ben have been on personal journeys of growth and change. As they age and evolve, it's natural for their perspectives and priorities to shift. Jessa, in particular, has grown more outspoken in recent years, using her platform to advocate for issues she's passionate about. This personal growth may have created a shift in her relationship dynamic with Ben, especially if their individual goals and visions for the future no longer align as closely as they once did. The future of Jessa and Ben's marriage. So, is Jessa done with Ben Seewald? It's impossible to say for certain. Relationships, especially those in the public eye, are complex and multifaceted. While there are signs of potential strain, it's important to remember that the couple has not made any public statements indicating that their marriage is over. Like many couples, they may be experiencing difficult times, but this doesn't necessarily mean they are on the brink of divorce. Jessa and Ben's marriage, like any other, is likely going through phases. The intense pressures of fame, family expectations, and personal growth can challenge even the strongest relationships. However, it's also possible that they are simply navigating a rough patch, one that many couples experience at various points in their lives. Whether Jessa and Ben remain together or part ways, only time will tell. For now, we can only speculate about the state of their marriage based on the limited information available to the public. But one thing is clear: Jessa and Ben are not immune to the challenges of life and love, just like any other couple. While rumors and speculation about Jessa and Ben's marriage continue to circulate, the truth remains unclear. The pressures of public life, combined with the challenges of raising a young family, may have created tension in their relationship. However, it's important to remember that behind the headlines, Jessa and Ben are individuals who are navigating the complexities of marriage and parenthood just like anyone else. Whether or not they are done remains a question only they can answer. What's certain is that their journey, like many relationships, is ongoing, and the next chapter will reveal what lies ahead for Jessa and Ben Seewald.